So I feel like in my entire journey of either like putting on muscle mass or like body transformation, like that's one thing I specialize on, body transformation. It's the change. I don't ever claim to be some world class bodybuilder. It's just the change. And if you've like seen any of my like, I guess like if you follow me on Instagram, or if I've probably talked about this in a previous YouTube video, fitness has genuinely changed my life, and I try to bring that to the South Asian community. And I'm going to show you like just how I go about making these sorts of body transformations. So there are really just two ways you can attack this. There's one way where you're obese and you're fat and you want to lose weight. Then there's one where you're like ultra skinny. Like when I say skinny, I mean like very like low body fat, like visible abs and like not so much muscle mass. And then there's an awkward middle ground where most South Asian tend to stay, which is like the skinny fat physique, and that is like the most unattractive, the worst type of physique that you can ever have. And I was victim to a skinny fat physique halfway through my fitness transformation journey when I tried to like lose all the weight, and I also like lost. I just realized I never had any muscle mass, and I just had like so much body fat in me that even when I got skinny, even when I got to my like healthy body weight according to the BMI test, I never saw abs, and that was very, very shocking to me. So I was like, okay, so do I like lose more weight? Like I'm gonna become fucking anorexic, bro. Like I'm gonna look malnourished. So I I'm trying to like tell you like a quick way of how I would go attacking all of them pretty much. So first of all, like what should you do if you are overweight or obese? Number one thing, bro. This is a non-negotiable, and I'm 100% sure you've heard this advice thousands of times on the internet, right? But I'm going to tell this to you once again. Calorie deficit, okay? And it's not just about being in a calorie deficit, right? It's about having a high energy influx. So what do I mean by a high energy influx? So when let's say this is the amount of calories you need to maintain homeostasis. Your body loves homeostasis, right? Your body doesn't want to change. That's why it's so hard to make a change. That's why it's so hard to change our physique, because our bodies are wired to stay the same, right? And one could argue it's just as hard to gain weight as it is to lose weight. One's more of a physical battle, one's more of a mental battle, but at the end of the day, your body loves homeostasis, right? And what happens, like, this is the calorific need, okay? This bar, I just want you to imagine it. This bar is the calorific need that that your body requires every single day to keep you alive, to keep healthy brain function, to keep healthy like bodily systems is functioning, right? And what happens when this is the amount you consume goes down, right? This is what happens in a calorie deficit. When this amount goes down for let's say a week, right? You would 100% lose weight. You would 100% like start losing weight, just because like there's like a thermodynamic difference. There's like more energy output than input. So that means energy needs to be expended out, and your body uses fat, glycogen, and like a little bit of like protein from muscle mass to fuel that, to like sort of like fill in that void. Now, over time, right? If you continue this calorie deficit every single day, what happens is eventually your body will start to slow down its metabolism, right? So if this is how much your body needs, it realizes, okay, we're not really getting this amount over here. We're only able to get this amount. We're gonna like turn our systems down a notch and get this down to here again, right? And this is when most people would plateau. Okay, the fucking hell, bro. Sorry, the fucking YouTube video started playing. But this is what happens when you start to like go into a calorie deficit. And what most people would do once they hit that plateau is they would start to like lower it even more, and then they would continue to lose weight, and then the body would be like, okay, we're not even getting this much now, we need to like drop it to this level. This is a race to the bottom, bro. This is a race to the bottom, and this low-key strips you of your manhood. Like converting like not like downgrading your BMR or downgrading your metabolism would in effect cause a lot of hormonal imbalance in your body, to which you can experience like low energy levels throughout the day, low drive, low motivation, low need to just go and get work done, and you do not want to be there. Okay, you want to be and the thing is like most people suffer from this. Most people be like, what the hell, like I'm losing weight, I feel fucking shit though, right? I feel like fucking trash. Like I thought that losing fat would make me more productive. Where the fuck is the productivity coming from if I don't have the fucking energy, right? And that is what happens when we're in a low energy influx. Okay, this is the race to the bottom, and it pretty much like forces your body to like shut down almost. What happens in a high energy influx? A high energy influx would be, for example, increasing the level of activity that you do to gain this, to like reduce this bar. So the two ways that this bar reduces below your BMR is either you eat less, right? Or you burn more, and this level starts to go down, okay? And there are a few factors that contribute a lot to how many calories you burn. Like the two biggest ones is your BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate, and your NEAT, which is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. I fucking got that shit from memory. Like this shit's not on the fucking internet right now. It's some random YouTube video. But so these are the two biggest factors that play a role. So what is your BMR? BMR is just how many calories you burn when you're sort of just existing. Like if you're on the bed all day long, just doing this, like regulating brain function. That's your BMR. What is your NEAT, or your non-exercise activity thermogenesis? It is exactly what it sounds like, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So it could be me fidgeting my fingers. It could be me tapping my foot on the floor. It could be me talking. These are all non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Then there's also your exercise activity thermogenesis, which is the amount of calories you burn by a more exercise. So something like walking, for example, counts under non-exercise activity thermogenesis, right? But something like weightlifting, for example, contributes under exercise activity thermogenesis, right? So BMR and NEAT are the two biggest contributors to the amount of calories you burn on a daily basis, and it is only beneficial for you to focus on those and not focus on things that don't have that much of a contribution. It's the 80-20 rule again. I always emphasize the importance of the 80-20 rule in all my videos. It's where 20% of the work that you do is responsible for 80% of the success that you see, right? And I feel like if you are able to focus more on that BMR, right? And the way, how do you boost the BMR? Your BMR can be boosted by cleaning up your diet, right? You're eating like more foods that help your body like maintain more muscle mass, right? I think the numbers are quite disappointing. For every single gram of muscle, I think you burn an extra 6 calories, I think. And like that's how much it contributes to your BMR. So it's not that efficient, but your BMR is like could be anywhere from, I remember that when I had a body fat test done on me, when I was like around 67 kg and I was skinny fat, my BMR was around, I want to say 1500 to 1700 calories, and everything else was added on top of that. Your EAT, your NEAT, your the thermic effect of food, and your, yeah, pretty much. And I would say that building muscle mass is a good way to increase your BMR. It's a good way to increase your resting metabolic rate. So your BMR, if you can optimize that, that's good. But the one thing that you can really optimize is your NEAT. And your NEAT comes from all the other activities that you do, which are not exercise per se. And a good way, and this is, I want to low-key like test this out on my clients. So I run like an online coaching program for South Asians. Anybody's really welcome to sort of like apply. There's a link in the second link or the first link in the description to book a call with me, and we'll see if you're a good fit for me to like work with, and if we can like help you see the results based on like exactly what issues you suffer from. But I was thinking of Loki shipping out like weighted vests. So there's a new theory, there's a new study, right? Where in order to induce a high energy influx in human systems, what people would do is, in order to not let their body go into this state of like adjusting to your metabolic rate, because what the dropping metabolism does pretty much is that it reduces your drive to do things, right? Because let's say if I were to just walk from here to here and I was 200 pounds, right? It would take me less energy to walk from here to here if I were 150 pounds. That's just plain math. That's just common sense, right? So that means my BMR has dropped. No, sorry, not my BMR, my bad. That means my NEAT has dropped because it just does not take me the same amount of energy. And like, what can you do about it, right? You want to lose weight, you're going to reduce the amount of energy it takes for you to like do a certain thing, right? What people would do in order to induce a high energy influx in their systems is they will take a weighted vest, right? Let's say if there's a 250 pound man, for every pound he drops, he adds 1 pound onto the weighted vest. So gravity, it's the force acting on the human body pretty much altogether, is pretty much still the same, right? So it still takes the same amount of energy for you to walk around, right? But your body weight is going down. So for each pound you drop, you increase 1 pound on your weighted vest, and it sort of induces a high energy influx. Your NEAT does not drop as much, right? Your body does not compromise on that, and you can still keep eating in that calorie deficit and keep losing body fat. Like, it's fucking crazy, and I low-key want to try that. Like, my coaching offer is a high ticket offer, and I feel like, bro, to give more value, I'll fucking start shipping out like adjustable body weight vests, and that is one way to think about how that is like one of the most important ways you can go about in order to like optimize yourself in order to burn more calories, especially if you're trying to lose weight. I midway through this video I realized I'm going to make this a 3-part series. So I said obese, skinny fat, ultra skinny, and what people should do. I've seen like one or two, like I'm pretty sure I've never been ultra skinny and ultra lean, so I cannot speak with experience on that, but I have trained individuals who have like seen that transformation from being ultra lean and skinny to being like fairly like lean athletic build. And I feel like I can speak with personal experience on being skinny fat and being obese, and I will like use more of like esoteric wisdom from someone else in order to like tell you the experience of how like the change works when you're ultra lean and ultra skinny. But if you're obese, I feel like you can take a tip or two out of this video. As always, remember that I'm always your biggest fan. I'm always rooting for you. I want to see you succeed, and use the comment section to describe like how better I can help you, like any specific videos you'd like, etc, etc. And please like, share, subscribe. I'm your biggest fan. I'm always rooting for you. If at any point you feel like, oh my god, bro, like no one's like, because self-improvement and this entire journey gets very, very lonely very quickly. I can attest to that firsthand. And it like, just remember that you only really need one person to believe in you in order for you to make the change. I am that one person for you. And with that, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.